Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to the Joy of Painting. We have so many fantastic people all over the country that are painting. They're painting scenes that they never believed possible. And maybe more interesting is their family and friends didn't believe they could ever do it. That's nice when I've got letters from young friends' mothers that said, my son or daughter is painting, and they're doing paintings that I can't hardly believe, and they've never had any lessons other than watching the show on television. And from that, they become very interested in art. They begin to experience a little success. And as you probably know, nothing in the world breeds success like success. I really hope you try these kind of paintings. It will allow you freedom to just experiment. And don't be afraid to experiment. Once again, that's where some of the best ideas in the world come from. It's just experimenting and having fun and enjoying your art and enjoying your time with yourself. Or if you do it with a friend or your spouse, it's a good time together. We're not trying to teach you to copy here. We're only trying to teach you a technique and turn you loose on the world. Because as I've said before, we all see nature through different eyes, and we all have different interpretations of what things look like. And that may truly be the joy of painting, is that you do your thing. You paint your world the way that you see it and the way that you want it on canvas. Play, have fun. There, painting should always be fun. If it's not fun, then you're doing the wrong thing. There. I have enough things in my life that are unpleasant, so painting is one of those things that I reserve for good times. Make up little stories. It will really help you in deciding what you're going to paint. It will give you ideas of things to paint. That may be the hardest thing in painting, is not how to paint, but what to paint. And I use this continually to come up with new ideas. In my mind, this scene may be, it may be way out in the woods somewhere, and there was an old trapper that lived out here for many years, and this is what he saw every morning when he woke up. There, and somebody's going to say, well, where's the old trapper? Well, maybe he had a bad day and he fell in the river, or maybe he moved back to the city, or wherever you want him to be. I love mountains. I lived in Alaska for nearly a dozen years, and you can't live in Alaska and not appreciate mountains. Now, the mountains in Alaska, they're quite a bit different than this, but you just find an appreciation for mountains in general when you live around them all the time. There we go. But even before I had ever seen mountains, because I was born and raised in Florida, I still liked them. I liked to paint them. And then when I finally got to Alaska, I just went crazy. Because I believe God was having a good day when he made Alaska. You know how some days things just work for you. Everything you touch works. And I think God was having one of those days when he made Alaska, because everything seemed to work. I want to get you to try being creative on canvas. Just to take your time and sit down and have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. And if you feel good about yourself and the world, it'll show in your painting, and all these little things will happen. These are a lot of fun to do, and they make fantastic gifts. Because, people had much rather have something that you've visualized in your mind and you've made with your own hand than something you just went out and purchased. I have paintings that people gave me many, many years ago. And if they had just went out and bought some old thing and give it to me, I would have probably discarded it by now. But the paintings are very special, and I'll probably have them as long as I live. I've had people tell me over and over again, I bet your house is full of paintings. It's funny. Most artists, I think, are like me. They sort of pick their own paintings apart. Every time I walk by it, I see something that in my mind I think I could have done better, or it's not exactly what I wanted. So in my own home, I hang other people's paintings. I have paintings that people have sent me. I have paintings that some of our instructors have done. I even have a couple of paintings my son Steve's done, which are very, very special to me. Wish you happy painting, and God bless, my friend.